So Sean Strickland has just defeated Uriah Hall via unanimous decision. Now, it was pretty much an ass kicking from start to finish. I mean, Uriah Hall had his moments, you know, where he looked like, okay, he's going to turn the corner here, he's going to really commit. But he just, every time he tried to implement something, it was either too late, with the leg kicks for instance, start implementing them in round 4 and 5. It's too late now. It's too late. You needed to build up on that sort of thing. You know, his coach every time he got to the corner was saying, you need to dig deep. I don't care if you're hurt. I don't care about all this. You know, you've got the power. Every time he marches forward, hit him low, move to the side. He didn't do it. He looked like he was committing again for the first 30 seconds. He'd come out and he'd look strong, he'd look lean, he'd look quick. He'd look like he's got all the gas tank back up, but then he'd do what Uriah Hall does and just slow down. And it almost have the Tyron Woodley later on effect, which is you're too afraid to fire. You're too afraid to pull the trigger. Sean looks phenomenal. Sean has the basics. He's not flashy, he's not loud, he's not leering, nothing like that. But he's got the basics down. And it really showed in this fight where that jab was money all night. That jab over and over again. It came to, I think it was in the 3rd round, where they just had a jab off for about 90 seconds. And I was like, what is Uriah doing? Because Sean's just beating him up here. Jab after jab. He's just beating him up. He looked great. And Bisping said it in the commentary the best. You know, he's got incredible underrated ground game. He's really slick on the mat. I think he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, Sean. And the problem he has with it is it's hard for him to get someone to the ground because he doesn't have the wrestling credentials. But what he did do in this fight was make it really dirty against the cage, and it made Uriah super uncomfortable. And because he was thinking so much about the elbows and the dirty boxing, Sean got the trips and managed to get him down a couple of times, and it really showed when he just hammered him and nearly finished him as well. I believe it was at the end of the 2nd round. Nearly finished him. He got back to his feet, and they thought it was Sean coaching him, which wouldn't be against it because Sean is he's really corny. He's super out there, you know. He's saying a lot of controversial shit, and I don't dislike it at all. I think it's great. You know, they're having a fight. Let's try and get it as crazy as possible. You know, he's a character. He said at the end, you know, if it wasn't for the UFC, I'd be cooking meth in a trailer or something. So he doesn't care who he fights next, but I do. And a lot of people do. So who is he going to fight next? So you have people like Jared Cannonier and Kelvin Gastelum are going to go at it now. Now he needs a top 10 opponent, Sean. He's on a 5-fight win streak, I believe now. He is beating people. I think Uriah was ranked 11 in that, something like that. Maybe even lower. Might have been 8. Am I seeing 8 for some reason? Top 10 is what Sean needs. But the lower end of the top 10 right now are people like Derek Brunson, Darren Till, Kelvin, and Jared. Jack Hermansson. Any of these names are really viable. I would like him to fight either the winner or loser of maybe the Kelvin Gastelum versus Jared Cannonier fight. If he doesn't get one of those, if he needs some more time off, he wants whatever, you've got Darren Till fighting Derek Brunson later down the line. That would be a wicked fight as well for either one of those. Darren Till versus, I mean, personally I think Darren Till would absolutely destroy Sean in his flat-footed, static movement striking style, and he's very difficult to take down and hold down, especially Darren, and Darren would beat him comfortably in my opinion. But someone like Derek Brunson, very good fight for him. Maybe an Edmund Shabazian. So my 2 cents is Sean needs to have someone like a Darren Till, a Derek Brunson, an Edmund Shabazian, maybe a Kelvin Gastelum, a Jared Cannonier. He needs one of those bad boys. Not quite ready for the Vittoris, and you've got the Costa up the front. I don't rate Costa that highly. I know that's controversial. I really don't. I know he's got a good win streak and he got found out quick, but I think a lot of people are going to fight. You know, are going to take him out sooner or later. He's not ready for the Bobby Knuckles of this world, anything like that. So, you know, the 5 to 10, Sean needs 1 or 2 wins in that. Get someone in the top 5, win that. He gets a title shot. He gets 3 more wins in a row. I say he's getting a title shot. But what do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comments what you thought of the fight. It was a crazy card. You know, there was a lot of good fights on it. That Barbarina 3rd round was absolutely nuts. Cheyenne Bays getting the performance of the night, which was awesome. You know, after that head kick and ground and pound, I'm so happy for her after she had a rough first fight in the UFC. But this is really good. It was not a big named card, but it lived up to the hype of, you don't know these people, but now you do. And I like these cards. They need to come around every now and then because people may go, oh, it's the weakest card of the year. I don't see it as that. I see it as the prospect card. I see these are the people that you've never seen fight, but you'll remember the names. Those sort of fighters are the quality ones. Cheyenne Bays, for instance. It's so hard to say her name correctly when it's spelled Bays, but someone like that, you're going to remember now. If you haven't enjoyed this video, guys, remember to like it, subscribe to the channel, let us know your thoughts. What's next for Sean? See you in the next one. Bye.